why. I'm sorry, your why. Welcome again to another video here at Exposure Marketing. I'm Glenn, and this is one of the most important things I think I'm going to share with you in any of the videos that we have. It's the why, and the why is you. Let me try to explain. You go back into your history, and I want you to think of why you started your business, why you started your company, why you decided to do your product or your service for somebody else. In doing that, why don't you tell the story? Like most people tell little bits and pieces, but why don't you tell the story? One of the most compelling things that people connect to at a human level is why somebody decided to do something. And if your story is authentic and genuine, people know who you are, why you began, why you provide your product or service. So after we did our meeting, I figured, okay, since we already talked about it today, let's go through it again for you. This is one of the most important things you can ever do in your messaging because it connects at a different level psychologically with your target audience. It goes like this. Compelling backstory. Now, it doesn't mean that you make things up. You never ever make things up. It's got to be authentic and genuine, but there are parts of your story about your struggles or your things that you did to put it together, right? You actually created a business for a reason. Tell people what your reason is. I wanted to do a better life for my family. I wanted to have more money. I was sick and tired of the operational business of the corporate world or the day-to-day operations of working for somebody else. Whatever it is, everyone's got a story. And the more powerfully you tell your story, the more they connect. And you've got to be comfortable putting it in front of a video so people can see it. Not just tell it, but see it. Visual overrides auditory kind of thing, right? Your why. Your why is connecting, meaning that people will buy into the why. You do this, you don't realize you do it, but hey, why do you shop here? Why do you go there? I go to this company because I believe in this, or I love them when they do this, or I love this particular part of the product or service. And that is all you want to connect because it's part of a bigger circle. You'll see that in our blueprint. If you look at the blueprint for your success, it's simple. We laid out the 7 key elements that you need to do with every company to be successful. All of our partners use it, okay? Audience likes you. One of the key ingredients to understanding it is its likability. People want to know that you've had challenges. People want to know that you've done successes. People want to know that you've done different things. And when they do, they start to like you. And look, if you remember, people need to like you in your business. Like, think about it. When was the last time you did business with somebody you didn't like? Right? So let's go one step further. In the blueprint, I go into these 3 steps in detail. They're the automatic 3 steps of every sale. The only 3 things you need to know to sell anybody anything. But it's not selling per se. You'll see in the blueprint. Just go have a look. Okay? Reason for being in business. That reasoning is connecting to the audience. Lets you go back to your roots. Because sometimes you have to go back to your roots too and remember why you started. If you're getting frustrated, if you're getting feeling alienated, if you're feeling that the business isn't going a certain direction, sometimes you got to go back to the beginning to get to now. And that's one of the greatest things you can do with yourself. And sharing that with somebody else will make that connection. Vulnerable and genuine. That is the opening. Very few people like to do it, but every time we do with our partners at Exposure Marketing, you have to understand, being vulnerable, we're all vulnerable. We're all wanting to be genuine. We're all wanting to connect in a different way. So make it easy. Make it easy for your customers. And if you do it all correctly, you can create customers for life, creating your story in a very impacting, genuine, authentic way, and even being a little vulnerable. We'll create customers for life. Yeah? Good?